Oh my god. What a game, y'all. What a game. What a game. Wow. What up, y'all? This is Denzel B. Wren signing on with you guys and girls. This is my first ever doing a video game review, and here I'm going to talk to you today about the most anticipated and talked about game and controversial game, The Last of Us Part 2 on PS4. So, with The Last of Us Part 2, the game takes place 4 years after the events of the first Last of Us, which I thoroughly and really enjoyed. I'm not a biggie on horror games and stuff like that, but it's not like a horror game. There's some intense moments, but I took a leap of faith in it and I played it and I enjoyed every bit of it, of the first game of The Last of Us. Joel and Ellie, their bond with the characters and where they're gonna go and what's going to happen, your anticipation with it. So now we have come to The Last of Us Part 2. And ladies and gents, and I must tell you, in my opinion, I enjoyed the game. I really enjoyed the game. Story-wise, I would say that it's good. I could describe it as story-wise. But overall, I'm going to talk about in my opinion, it's about the gameplay and how it looks visually and etc. So visually, the game is, oh my God, so beautiful, so astounding. Every details, everything that they put in it. You can tell that Naughty Dog and the director of this game, they put their whole heart and oomph in the game. When I was just playing through it, I was like, oh my God, it's so amazing, so beautiful. Visual and audio, it's groundbreaking and outstanding. And the gameplay mechanics, which they're also enjoyed too, which was also a masterpiece as well too. Gameplay, visuals, and gameplay controls was a masterpiece and stuff. You could just you could do the prone now, stuff like that. Go, crawl on the ground, stuff like that, so soldiers and enemies won't, find you, stuff like that. I really enjoyed that. And also, in addition, you still got to be a scavenger, of course, yes. And throughout the game, you got to pick up certain things, which is very important. Some people may find it tedious, but I don't find it to be tedious. I just find it to be very rewarding, because you got to upgrade my character to be more better and upgrading weapons, etc., etc. I enjoyed most of it. I enjoyed it for the first one. I definitely enjoyed it in the second one too. So, what did I think about The Last of Us Part 2? Story-wise, I thought the story was good. And before I go any further, it's called The Last of Us Part 2. Like, literally Part 2. I'm going to get to that, though. But at the end, I'm going to do a little spoiler. I'm going to do a little bit of spoiler thing. Okay, so, in The Last of Us Part 2, as I'm playing the game, before I played the game, I heard about leaks of, something happened, it was exposed and stuff like that. And as I read through the leaks, I was like, oh. I shouldn't have read it because, I don't want to spoil myself, but I keep hearing everybody was ranting on it. I said, let me read these leaks and everything. But I only read a little bit of it. I read about it is, what happened. So, half of the leaks are not true, but majority of it is sort of true. And what happened in the game, without spoiling and everything, it's wow. So I'm gonna get to that part. So I'm gonna tell you the plot of it. Alright, so Last of Us Part 2 takes place 4 years afterwards. Everyone's having a peaceful time in what's it called? Was it Smithtown or I forgot the name of it, the peaceful town. But then something drastic happens, So now Ellie is going to blood-fueled rage of getting vengeance upon of what just happened and experience. So now you're going on this vengeance journey with Ellie. And I'm about to tell you, I really enjoyed her story of what they were doing for her in the game and stuff like that. But in this game, it's I'm gonna tell you something. It's very emotional. It's so emotional. They really went hard in it, and it has such dynamic themes, and which I really enjoyed of the game. Now listen, I hear some haters out there. Y'all can hate the game, and there's some lovers out there of the game. I enjoyed it. For me, it's like an 80% out of 100. I enjoyed it. But okay, I'm gonna continue on. So after I was playing through the game, when that event happened, I had to pause my game. I was like, wow, I can't believe it. I cried a little bit, but I actually couldn't believe what just happened. I just had to pause the game for a minute. I was like, Wow. So what our anticipation was, we thought, it was just going to be, forever the gameplay. I'm trying to say it without spoiling it before I get to spoilers at the end. I thought throughout the gameplay we're going to be with these people, but it turns out, in the words of Luke Skywalker, this is not going to go the way you think. So I was like, okay. I was like, all right, let's just see where this game is going to go and stuff like that. And then it goes further, and then you're playing another character, which is Abby. Okay, that spoiled that. Okay, I'm sorry. Okay, screw it. Okay, so okay, you're playing two characters. You're gonna play Ellie's point of view, and then some point you're playing a different character. So now what this game is trying to do is trying to let you see things on both sides of the story. Because, everything in life, things happen in life. You see both sides of the story, who wins and who loses and stuff like that. But during this revenge process of the story, but does that wrong make it feel right? And does that right make it feel wrong? You get what I'm saying? And or you're both right or you're both wrong. That's a theme of the story is because, sometimes in life, we have grudges with people and something that really hurts us and torments us and stuff like that. But then we want payback, But at the end of the story, is it really worth it at the end? But that's the theme that I thoroughly enjoyed for The Last of Us Part 2. Okay. And as I'm going a little bit further throughout the game, okay, here we go. I can't hold it. This is when I do spoiler talk, okay? So I'm just going to be with it. I'm going to be raw with it. I'm going to be rated and mature with it. So here goes spoiler talk, okay? Now, okay, before I go any further in spoiler talk, I enjoyed the game. Were there some things I would have changed? Yeah, I would. Oh my God, I would change a few things, but it is what it is. But overall, I enjoyed it. But I enjoyed the first one. The first Last of Us, I really enjoyed it. Instant classic, shooter up, zombie kill, getting deep with the characters and everything. But this one, they really put their heart and soul in this one, and I got to give it up to them and stuff like that. But okay, I enjoyed the game. Great to get it on sale price, yeah, but it's a great game. Don't worry about the haters. I like I said, I enjoyed it, and I think what they did in the gameplay was a masterpiece. Story is good, but everything else is a masterpiece of visuals and gameplay, etc. Okay, screw that. Okay, all right, and I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna tell you my ratings later on. Now, spoiler territory. You've been warned. Okay, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Spoiler territory. Okay, now let's get to the raw thing about it. Okay, so as I'm playing the game, we started playing as Joel. I was like, oh my God, we're playing as Joel. Giddy up and horsey and everything. Everything is peaceful in the town, stuff like that. And then as I'm playing through the game shifts to another level, and then in the PS4 controller, it turns yellow. And all of a sudden, I'm playing a different character, which is Abby. Okay, and I was like, okay, ooh, who is this chick? So I'm playing through the game and etc. etc. I'm like, okay, I'm so confused. She's that's the town, Jacksontown. Thank you, not Smithtown, Jacksontown. So she's peeping out Jacksontown, right? She says she wants revenge. So I'm like saying, okay, so what has happened in Jacksontown and everything, etc. So we get through the game, get through the story, you played it, and then this moment happened. Okay, now when I tell you when this moment happened, I was literally like on the edge of my seat, like on the controller and everything. And I was like, oh my God, no. And this is when it got really emotional. And when that moment happened, when Abby slaughters Joel, I teared up a bit. But I was like, are you freaking kidding me? Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? That was my reaction. I was trying to react to how I really felt when she killed Joel. After that event happened, I was like, okay, I don't know what to say. Like I said, just the moment I told you, I paused the game for just a minute. I was like, you know what? Give it a chance. Keep going. Okay, they killed him in the beginning, mid of the game. Okay, and that's the point. I hated Abby with all my guts. I hated her throughout the game. I hated playing as her and stuff like that. So I was like, Ellie, okay, you know what? Let's get this chick. She needs to get slaughtered for what she did to Joel, because I love Joel, and Joel definitely didn't deserve that. But, and then at some point in the game, you do get to play as Abby, because there's a point in the game, is a climax point where Abby's pointing a gun and stuff like that, and she's about to shoot you, but then it just, and now you're playing day 1 to day 3 as Abby. I might say, okay, so we're playing a full game. I thought it was gonna be like a short, but no, we're playing a full game. That's why I'm saying it's literally The Last of Us Part 2s, Ellie and Abby, literally Part 2s. But I found it to be interesting that Naughty Dog did that for a video game, because it's like, how can I compare it? It's like the Avengers, you know. Avengers are good guys, you know, we save who here, they who, and now we're playing as the villain, Thanos. So we get to understand who this villain is, what her motives is, and why, and what they've been through. Same thing with our hero, Ellie and Abby. So you get to play as 2 worlds, and they're being extended. I thought it was a genius move, because I thought in the point in the game that you had to choose which sides, you know, you would choose Ellie's point of view or Abby's point of view. And I was really nervous on that, because Lord knows I don't want to kill Ellie, and Lord knows I want to kill Abby, but it gives you a little sympathy for Abby, for her actions. Who's been through worse, Ellie or Abby? It's up to your player, it's up to your mind, and that's the thing that I love what the director did with that. It shows you the values of life, man. It's you know, people that we hate, they've been through worse, and etc. You get what I'm saying, though, right? The game explained that, but it shows you a lifelong lesson. That's how life is. And no, we don't like how life, you know, goes and stuff like that, but we have to take life as it is, and we got to move on, and we got to find different obstacles and different maturity ways, stuff like that. You're going to hold your grudge, or you're going to keep moving on. That's what I learned from the game. And then afterwards, you play through an Abby story, and then you're playing through Ellie's story, and then you had to fight Ellie, and I was like, oh my god, I had to kill Ellie. But then she beats up Ellie, she says, we better not meet each other, or something like that, and we're done. And then it concludes from that, and then I've thought that's how the game ends. Now, if the game really ended like that, just Ellie getting the crap beaten out of her, and it ends like that, I was like, okay, this game is going to get an 8 out of 10 for me, or 7 out of 10. It's an okay game. But then it kept going. I was like, oh, okay. And it's progressing to the story and stuff like that. So now we're a few months later, and with Abby, and then Abby gets caught up with this, I forgot what kind, some weird group, and then Ellie, you know, she still wants to take revenge and all that other stuff to get back with Abby. But then I thought at the end it's going to be bygones and bygones, but no. Joel keeps popping up in Ellie's mind, because Ellie is suffering from post-traumatic stress. And then at the end of the game, you see that Abby is like very frail, and you know, it's been a month though, and been through it. Like she's not muscular, you know, look and stuff like that. But she just became all slim and everything. So at the end of the game, Ellie still wants to get beef with our Abby. So after that, we hashing it out and stuff like that. But at the end of the game, she shows her mercy. It's just spoiler talks, right? Okay. She shows her mercy. And some people, like the director said, Neil, whatever his last name, Druckmann, he says it's going to create diversity to some people. Some will enjoy it, and some will definitely hate it. And as you can see throughout the reviews, some are saying the story is blah, blah, blah. In my opinion, the story is good. It's a great game. I can see why some people call it a masterpiece, and it is a masterpiece in certain aspects of things they did, but some points I think they could have executed some parts of it a little bit. Like, I wish at some point you could play as Joel and Ellie, just like in a midpoint in the game. But in the midpoint, maybe Joel could have had like a greater sacrifice instead of just going out like that. But like I said, like how life goes, it is what it is. I accepted it. I don't like how it was, but it is what it is. But I could compare it as like if you left, now as a Star Wars fan, I could compare it as the new trilogy Star Wars fan. I enjoy the new trilogy and stuff, but it's like me when I left The Rise of Skywalker. Great film, but still, it needs a little, you know, it could have went in that certain direction. I enjoyed it, but still could have went that direction. But it is what it is. I accept it. That's why I compared The Last of Us Part 2 to the Star Wars new trilogy and stuff like that. But it is what it is. The ending, I wanted it to be a bit more of it at the ending, but it teaches us I guess what they try to say with the theme of the game is, once you get your revenge on certain things, you try to leave it, but once you can't leave, I'm trying to word it without preaching it, but you come back just feeling empty, and Ellie came back literally empty for her actions. So your actions, gives you a result of what comes in life. So every action has a reaction. So, but this game, like I said, does touch on great themes of life learned lessons and stuff like that, etc. But is it a masterpiece game? In my opinion, almost a masterpiece. Story wise, it's good. I would give the story like around 7 or 8 out of 10. But gameplay and visuals, a 10 out of 10, because this is the PS4's final generation, the PS5. Can't wait, it's coming up. But I really enjoyed The Last of Us Part 2, but I mostly enjoyed this one, Last of Us, the first one. 10 out of 10, and this one I would give a 8.9 or 9 out of 10. I would give this one, stuff like that, for story wise. But everything else, for visuals and graphics, oh my god, so great, so great. So don't let the haters discourage you. Don't let diversity, because this is like the last Jedi. If I could describe this, it's perfect. The last Jedi of the series, of this game, stuff like that. But go pick your copy up, and don't pick your copy up. If you want to be spoiled, go ahead on YouTube, go ahead, etc. But I enjoyed it for what it is. It is what it is. It kind of left me feel, a little bit sad at the end, how we ended, but it is what it is. I really want to play as Joel and Ellie for, like I said, majority of the game, but it is what it is. And I love the risk. And you got to be different with the risk and stuff like that. So if they make The Last of Us Part 3, then it may go to this result. And like I said, it is what it is, fans. So like it, hate it, but I accept it for what it is, and I enjoyed it. I had fun with it and stuff like that. It's going to take me a while to heal from it, so I won't play with it with a while, until like a few months ago. But I enjoyed it. Go pick the copy up, but like I said, if you enjoyed it, Last of Us, I give it a 9 out of 10. And yeah, it's a great game. It's a great game. It's a great game. In my opinion, like I said, keep all your haters, stuff like that. Keep your comments, everything yourself. That's okay. Comment, I don't care, But anywho, I enjoyed it. I thought it was good, but the first one is the best one. All right, so that's my point of view and stuff like that. I had to get that off my chest and stuff like that. And yeah, I will play it again though. But it's a good story, but actually masterful gameplay. Alright, so that's my opinion of The Last of Us Part 2. So what did you guys and girls thought about the game? Comment below and let me know. And also, if you want me to do more reactions or more reviews of it, subscribe to me, like and share, and I will do that for you. Hopefully, my Hot Toys presentation should be coming up very soon. I don't know when it is, but that's when but I promised that video to you guys and girls. So this is The Last of Us Part 2, 9 out of 10. I enjoyed it. I had fun with it. 8.9 or 9 out of 10. I enjoyed it. I had fun with it. And yeah. Alright, so that's my review of Last of Us. This is Denzel B. Wren signing out. With a bag. Ha ha!